Hello everyone.
Hello everybody. Here we are in this very juicy moment for our community and for the earth itself, as we launch right now the Twin Flames Universe new product called Sermons. Sermons from Twin Flame Ascension School and sermons from Life Purpose class. And it's so amazing to have this new way of interacting with the teachings and finding more about God, Twin Flames, and life itself from our beautiful, amazing spiritual teachers that are Jeff and Shelia.
Yeah. And sermons are really beautiful to have it, as it really helps you get the very essence of the Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class, as each sermon has something very powerful, and the difference as well between sermons and Life Purpose, or like Twin Flame Ascension School, like between a class, sermons are going to be like just around 20 minutes or something around that you can just watch, like even every day if you feel like. You can just watch to them to just make new choices to realign with love there, as they're so powerful, each one of them, and each of them is so beautiful.
Yeah. Hello everybody, so many of you joined already. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in as we discuss and we enjoy this moment together. So I was thinking about sermons earlier, and I was thinking, God, what are sermons? What are they? We already have the Flame Ascension School, Life Purpose class. What are these sermons? And I like coffee, and it's a totally new product. But for me, God did put it this way. I like coffee. So I was thinking about like the classes being like these very intricate coffees, kind of venti style coffees that you find at Starbucks, very large, you can have like a pump of, I don't know, coconut flavor, a pumpkin spice, how are they called? Pumpkin spice lattes, all of this kind of fancy stuff, that's kind of like I was thinking about the classes, and I was thinking, kind of God gave me this image of the sermons being like a shot of espresso, kind of being like a much more condensed version of the classes, and totally new and interesting in their own way, and maybe someday you want to enjoy like a pumpkin spice latte, someday you might need the intensity of an espresso, some days you need both, depending on how you feel. So that's how I felt like the sermons were for me, because I really enjoy coffee. I drink it because I like it, not necessarily because it gives me more energy, but it's like just a really nice drink, And people in our community and friends here kind of describe them as being just like very condensed, like juice, like when you make like a very good like orange juice and you squeeze oranges, you
really bring the essence, basically. But and they're really like much more affordable in some way, so everyone could just enjoy them, as there's so much more easier to access them financially, and it's really beautiful the way they even put it, the way they brought them together here, and there's enough hours to keep you there, and you already watch maybe the same sermon over and over again because they're so good.
Yeah, because they're so good. And I really like that this project has been like, this product itself has been made by students, So behind the scenes, there were like some very dedicated students of the Jeff and Shelia that have watched like the classes, and They have watched the classes and they have picked up like the very best, you know, for you to like watch and enjoy, you know.
Yeah.
Not all of it, but just like the very, very best, you know. Yeah. They thought that that's gonna bring you just like a lot of value for what you give here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what question?
Yeah, let me look here to see what everybody else is saying.
Yeah, I've seen you were looking there. And
yeah. Even as curated from the classes, they are divine words and they pull wisdom together, weaving a whole new tapestry. I can't wait to own, Lizzie said. Yeah, and I was feeling this as well, you know, even if like they are kind of made from like Twin Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class, they are totally new. This is something else. And I really love that about this new product, the sermons itself. Yeah.
And we can maybe speak how much it helps us, even the classes, and even when we watch classes each.
Yeah, I feel like we can like talk here like about what the sermon is, you know, and what like how does it feel to watch a sermon from Jeff and Julia, you know, because the classes itself are like a combination of like sermons with students like talking and sharing their journey with different teachings and like methods, you know, pulling some cards, maybe things like that. But the sermons are just like the sermons, you know, and I feel like I want to share with you how it feels like watching a sermon from Jeff and Julia. And I feel like when I watch a sermon, I am very connected with God, and I am very absorbed by what is happening, you know, like even if like I'm just like absorbed by the words said, you know, and the energy behind the words, you know, and I'm absorbed by the wisdom and the truth and just God, you know, coming through Jeff and Shalia in that moment, in that very special moment, to just for us to listen and receive a beautiful gift of wisdom and truth and healing, most importantly, healing. Because the sermons allow us to realign to divine truth.
Even easier.
Mm-hmm.
And really, like, this work so far helped us so much, like from being just where we were when we got into the community and seeing the classes, and even if this product wasn't then, and we just went through the classes, it was really beautiful when we were getting one of the sermons, but having them whenever you want the sermons rather than going to the whole class to find them. It's so juicy. It's like so beautiful this way to actually have it in that manner, and you can really access it in, I don't know, like whenever you want. And it's really a gift. It's really a gift. This the sermons, this new product.
Fabian already got them. They
my God!
Yeah, says that it feels really, really juicy. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Annika, you can find the sermons on the Twin Flames Universe website.
Yeah,
so twinflamesuniverse.com. You should have there everything ready for you to just bathe into new juicy information, new juicy product.
Yeah. And maybe you could say something about the sermons, about
technical details.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just share technical details.
So it's around it's over 12 hours the sermons for LPC.
Life Purpose class.
A Life Purpose class, yes. And around 25 hours for the Twin Flame Ascension School. Mm-hmm. And like the one from the life purpose class, they're over like 50 episodes. 40 episodes, sorry. And for Twin Flame Essential School, there are over 50 episodes as well. So there's a lot of content there to just watch and really enjoy there. And yeah.
Oh, Anika posted the link.
You just put the link as well. Yeah, there was already a link there.
Yeah, I was just like for the website. Yeah. So, how do you feel right now about this new product coming in? Let's just talk a little bit, and if you want to like ask questions or anything, please share. But right now, I'm just gonna ask him a question. I'm gonna ask myself a question here. Yeah. So, how do you feel about this new product coming in from Twin Flames Universe and from Jeff and Shalia?
I feel very good. I'm really excited, but in a very peaceful way. I'm really happy, and I can't wait to just get them as well. And I feel like it will really be such an asset in my life even more, and it will be so beautiful to just like go through them and just really like enjoy them even more.
Will topics like Satan, ghosts, Atlantis, UFM, and stuff like that be uncovered in sermons? I know they are at TFAS. I'm not sure what the students have picked, so it's like just like a bundle of juiciness. I know that there are like TFAS classes that cover topics like this, but I'm not sure like what the...
Yeah, we haven't seen yet the sermons, but we will see them as well.
Yeah, but the sermons are more, I feel like I'm more focused on like you connecting like with God, your relationship with God, so you can like achieve your harmonious union, and healing emotional trauma, So they are kind of specifically targeted also for that. I
mean, they're very healing in itself. It really helps you to really go through your emotion even more and make choices to align yourself. Because each time, like with when I was seeing in a class a sermon, like it was just allowing me to align even more and making the choices with them, with Jeff when he was making the sermons, and even Shalia. And it's really about you going with the flow and just making those choices and aligning yourself with God so much more there. So that's a very beautiful thing that you can do, and I'm really happy. I'm definitely like gonna enjoy them a lot. Spend a lot of hours. I'm not gonna bench watch a lot of them for the beginning, because I've seen some of you were like, okay, I'm gonna just bench watch all of them as I go.
Binge watch.
Yeah.
Not bench watch. Binge watch.
Binge. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. And what do you say this work though so far helped you?
For me, I feel like this work has like helped me a lot to connect like with God more, because for me personally,
it's okay, you can keep speaking.
For me personally, I have been a little bit reluctant in connecting with God, even before, like just before joining TFAS, even if like we were kind of spiritual, we never kind of like brought God very much into the picture, let's say, or having like a personal relationship with God. Thank you. So therefore, I feel like with every, like, even like today, like I watched the class and it was like this very touching sermon about like God and your relationship, relationship with God. And I was just like so moved and just like emotional and almost like kind of tearing up, hearing from a person that knows very well how to have a relationship with God, what it means to have a relationship with God, and just allowing ourselves to know God so much better, you know, because this is one of the topics that was like in the sermons, you know. God is not just like an abstraction somewhere up there in the clouds, you know, kind of watching you, and, you know, an overlord power or something like that, you know. No, it's God is like a person, you know, that you can have a relationship with, you know. God has a personality, God has desires, you know, God has an identity, you know. And I feel like this is a thing that the classes, and especially like the sermons that are very like focused like on God, you know, help me just like a lot in going deeper with, and realizing that I had a longing in my heart for a relationship with God. You know, I didn't knew I want like a relationship with God, but this is what I was wanting, like a relationship with God. So yeah, this is the way that I feel like the classes and the sermons especially, you know, Jeff has like some like amazing sermons like about God, you know, and every time like he like starts like talking like about God, you know, it's just like, ooh, oh, it's like so deep, and like if he wants like you to feel like deeply like energized and, you know, everything, he talks like Jeff talks about God with such passion, you know. And I feel like this is like why also like these sermons are going to be like so juicy and amazing, because it's all that passion concentrated, you know, in this like one product, you know. And yeah, I love that. I loved passion. I love to also myself be passionate about God, and yeah, just knowing God much more deeper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Irene, and thank you, Karina, for noticing our amazing TFU merch right here. It just came in today. It was like, I don't know, divine timing, if one could say, you know.
Yeah.
We ordered it like 2 weeks ago, and it came just in time for us going live on Twin Flame Universe. How amazing. Yeah.
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 If you have like any more questions, put it like in the comments, and we can like discuss about it. You know, we're gonna be here a little bit talking with you, and yeah,
like really maybe until someone says something, like sharing a little bit more about how, I don't know, like how much it really changed us to be even in this community, to just have the products that are in this community, like
I
really like for us it's essential that we just like keep investing in Twin Flame Ascension School as it really helped us to have a foundation, to have really the foundation for our Harmonious Union. And without all these teachings, we wouldn't be able to have the foundation that we have today. And it's really essential. Investing even more, it's going even deeper with our foundation. So going even deeper with the sermons, even if we have Twin Flame Ascension School and Life Purpose class, going with the sermons and getting them is going to help us going deeper with the teachings, going to help us going deeper with the relationship that we have with God. And that's the beauty of it, because it's really like you can go so much deeper with everything here, and that's why this community and all the products are so good, so juicy.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, it's also a desire in the community for divine products, you know, and especially like products that, you know, are made for God, with God, about God, you know, because we have been like taught about God in a way that, you know, at least like us, we are kind of Christians, you know, and we have always known like how to fear God, or, you know, all of these misaligned beliefs about God, you know. So I feel like as a consciousness, we have like a deep desire to know God in a much deeper level. And, you know, with the divine products like this one, you know, you are able to connect with God so much more. And every time something like this comes, you know, you can have access to something like this. It's like so amazing. You know, I was just thinking about like how every time I watch a class, it's just so perfect. You know, it's perfect for me. It's perfect for what I'm going through, like what upsets I have or what I need to hear, you know, an advice. It's perfect each and every time. And I have, and now I can also go towards like the sermons, you know, and allow God to guide me towards the sermon and just be, okay, God, what do I need to hear right now? You know, I'm going through this situation. It feels a little bit yucky, you know. I don't really understand what's happening, or I don't know. I surrender, God, just like, I just want to feel good right now, you know. So just guide me towards the sermon, you know. And I just like pick a sermon that I feel guided to watch. And it's going to be amazing. And I know that I have faith in God, you know, that He will provide the perfect answer for me through that sermon, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I like, it's really like.
But you are, Irene, you are studying directly from Jeff and Shelia. Yeah.
Oh, even if you go through these teachings, even if you don't say, okay, I don't speak personally like Fabian did with Jeff and Shelia, you still have this, you still learn from them directly through their teachings.
Yeah.
So you're always very close to them through the teachings, and as you just keep going, it's just going to be like easier and easier. Like they are already with us. We don't have to try to get something from them because they're already with us. Like God is already within us, and we don't have to push ourselves or try to do something more than we are. And just being ourselves helps us to be with ourselves, and being with ourselves and being with God is everything that we want. And as we align ourselves with the sermons, it's just going to be even closer to God and even closer and keep going deeper and deeper.
And I think like we are kind of like the perfect example of this, because we have not been like direct students, like we didn't like have a direct interaction with Jeff and Shelia, yet we achieved Harmonious Union, you know. And yes, they did kind of help us like in the last minute, being like, okay.
But they helped us along the way always by just with the classes, with everything that they just did.
You are never alone. When you choose to have Jeff and Shelia as your teachers, you are never alone. You watch a class, you watch a sermon, you watch an e-course, you watch the Toronto talks, you listen to the meditation CDs, you read something from the book. They are there, you know. You just have to allow yourself to see them, because they want you to have what they have, you know, like Harmonious Union, living your life purpose. This is what Jeff and Shelia want for you as well. This is why they have created these products and these amazing classes, the sermons as well, you know, for you to just connect always.
Even deeper.
Even deeper.
Like they're going to keep finding ways to really help us.
Yeah, they are amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and as Lorraine like says, you always hear something new each time you listen. The sermons are an essential part to Jeff and Shelia's collection of these teachings. And this is like so true. Like I have went and like rewatched like classes that I watched a while ago, and I did not like, I had like a lot of new information, and I understood a lot of new things, and I was like, oh my God, but I watched this class before, you know, so why am I still getting stuff? Why am I still receiving? And yeah, you can go back and just receive even more, because this is how much God loves us through these teachings. Just God keeps giving through these teachings, through these products. Again and again, you will find the perfect answer to the questions that you have in your heart. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just give a little bit of time to maybe some questions.
Yeah, if you have like any more questions. Yes, so Lizzie says, but for, okay, can we talk a little bit more in depth about the relationship with God, Jeff and Shelia, and your twin flame? How did it work for you attaining your harmonious union? Could you have done this on your own without this guidance? Could we have done this alone without guidance? No.
No.
Like directly, like no, because like me and Laurentiu have been like, for example, like in union like for 2 years
before
like
joining Twin Flame
Ascension School and joining the community, and we had like no idea that we were twin flames, and we were trying to do the twin flame journey in a soulmate way, and it was like not really working. And we needed guidance, and we have called in that guidance, like kind of very directly. We need help, God. We need some kind of help. And we have received the gift of joining this community, and the gift of Jeff and Shelia as our teachers, you know. And it's so much easier to do this when you have a direction in which you're going.
When you have your gurus as well.
Yeah, when you have like your gurus.
And really like it's really important for us as we really like go deeper in the relationship with Jeff and Shelia through their teachings. Mm-hmm. It's really like helps us a lot going deeper with God, because they're so aligned with God. You cannot even believe how aligned they are with God. They're very, and it's really beautiful seeing them and interact with everything around them. And just by keep doing this work and keep watching this, like helps us a lot, like helps you a lot and help us a lot. Like in my relationship with Alexandra, just like seeing Jeff and Shelia interact helped me a lot to know how I can interact with Alexandra as well, how I can be much better, how can I be more myself with her without trying to control myself.
Yeah.
And I just allow myself to be myself, and this is what they teach. And even with God, it's really like it's so much easier to interact with God.
Yeah, and I think this comes back to kind of like the fundamentals of kind of like separation consciousness, you know, trying to do everything like alone, you know, or the idea that you have to do something like alone. I have to prove myself. I have to do all of these things, you know, like alone. And you don't have to. And you were not created actually to do this alone, you know. You are created to have a relationship with God, you know, and with love, because that's everything that's the only thing that exists, you know, in reality and in divine truth. And yeah, this is how we worked in attaining our harmonious union. We just followed the teachings.
Yeah. And
we took like everything that Jeff and Shelia said, you know, in the classes, and now available also in sermons. We just, like, if they say like you have to choose love in this place, we chose love in that place. If you have to surrender more to God, I surrendered myself to God, you know. And I know at the beginning that was like so funny. Like I was like, I don't have this upset that this student has, you know. I don't know what they're talking about, you know. So, for example, if they had like an upset about, I don't know, communication, let's say, I never experienced this upset. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm fine without, I don't know what Jeff and Trisha are talking. Not like they, but I was like, I don't have this upset, you know.
Yeah,
and then like 2 days later, the same upset hit me, and I was like, okay. But I had watched the class. I had seen like, I had listened to a sermon, for example, and I had the tools prepared for me in order to heal that, you know. When I realized that actually I have the same thing as well. So it has been extremely easy as, you know, just making the same choices and healing alongside the students and just listening with my heart open to what they had to share, you know. What are they talking about here?
Oh.
Yeah, do not do the twin flame journey the soulmate way. It does not work. It's like,
Yeah.
And
there is...
yeah. Lizzie also tried to do the twin flame journey in a soulmate way. Does not work. It's not the same thing. And this is like about like what Lizzie asked, you know, in the beginning, it's like, what are twin flames, you know? And twin flames are like two souls created from the same blueprint. They have like the same characteristics, you know,
core values,
and they complement each other perfectly. Like soulmates are not that, you know. Therefore, you cannot interact in the same way. You cannot have the same level of love and intimacy and partnership that you have with your twin flame, with your soulmate. And the rules that we have known for a soulmate relationship, it does not work in your twin flame relationship. For example, one of the key components of a soulmate relationship, I feel like it's kind of compromise. I give a little, you give a little, we kind of somewhere in the middle. You're kind of happy, I'm kind of happy, so we're kind of fine. Let's keep going like this. We're okay, you know. So that's kind of like what a soulmate, like one of the key components, you know. If you try to compromise in your twin flame journey, your twin flame is going to get like out, not going to stay with you. Like if you're like compromising yourself, you know, because they would be compromising themselves as well, you know, and it feels bad. Your twin flame will not tolerate you feeling bad. This is one thing that we kind of like learn like from the classes.
Yeah, and just like if your twin flame like gets angry at you and start like, you're like, okay, I haven't done nothing, why are you getting angry? If you know this work, you can just choose love and heal the upset and not say, I don't have any upset and my twin flame has an upset, but I don't have any upset.
Yeah, I don't have any upset strategy that doesn't really work. With your twin flame, you know, it's like blaming doesn't really work, you know. So anyway, you cannot have a twin flame relationship. And this is just like the compromise thing is, for example, just like one thing. And there are multiple things that we do in a soulmate relationship that do not work in a twin flame relationship.
Yeah, and we're so used to them and we think it's normal. And that's the thing that we're uprooting by watching these teachings, by learning more and spending more time in really going deeper with the teachings, because we're letting all these problems, all these things that we thought are normal, because that's what society taught us, that's what our parents taught us. We just letting them go.
Yeah, and I feel like this is also like you said about parents, you know, it's like so important because Jeff and Shalia are, and this is like a thing, as I said, like in a class, they are kind of like our parents that teach us Harmonious Union. That teach us how to be in a relationship with a twin flame. And this is again why it was impossible for us to attain Harmonious Union without these teachings, because we didn't have a role model, you know, we didn't have any guideline, we didn't have like any help, you know, to help us, you know. And yes, of course, like we managed to get into union because we listened to our inner guidance, you know, but at some point, you know, I feel like, you know, like just God brought us these teachings in order for us to just like be easy, you know, for it to be easy. We are done with the times in which you have to feel bad for an extended period of time so you can like learn a lesson, and then maybe in one lifetime you learn a lesson so you're happy, you know, with that.
No.
It's done, you know. And this is what Frenchie Ice Works do, you know. Done with feeling bad. Let's be done with feeling bad. Okay? Yeah.
And it's really feeling good each moment, not compromising ourselves like, oh, I feel bad, I'll deal with it later. No, it's really doing it now, and that's what the teachings as well helped us learn. It's like, really, if you feel bad, just love yourself. There's no point in waiting to love yourself. In that moment, you can do the mirror exercise, just love yourself. That's not hard, to just love yourself. It's only like, okay, I feel like I cannot love myself. Then it's like, I choose to let go of the resistance in loving myself, and maybe like I choose to claim my power here, so I can feel like, oh, I'm powerful and I can just love myself then. But there's no excuse in not loving yourself. There's only resistance, and we know that we can make the choice. Just let go of that and go deeper with ourselves. And it's safe to do so, because we are learning here. We are going deeper with ourselves, and it's safe to feel good. It's safe to feel better and better.
Yeah, I like what Irene said here, you know, like how the teachings of Frenchie has changed her life from the very first moment, you know, and she's like grateful, you know. Yes, I'm also very grateful for these teachings, and they have changed our life as well, you know, in being able to have a relationship with ourselves, you know, with our twin flame, with Laurentiu, like in a much more peaceful and much more deeper way, I feel, as well. It's not just about the fights or the things, you know. I feel like lately at least, like we managed to have a lot more fun and a lot of more like quirky moments and
silly moments
and just like really nice loving moments that in a way we were kind of like very stuck up before and we didn't like manage to have. And this is all because of the inner work of the teachings of because of Frenchie, because of God, you know.
And it's really like just being ourselves. We're able to be ourselves so much more, and that's really beautiful.
Yep.
Like without these teachings, we were still compromising ourselves, and that's the thing. But because of it, we're so able to just like be ourselves, and that's so beautiful.
Yeah, and I think like this is also a really beautiful aspect of the twin flame relationship, and we were discussing about this earlier, that one of the greatest things about knowing that you have like a twin flame and that they are you in a way, it means that you can truly and honestly like be yourself, you know, and you don't have to like put the mask on, like, oh my God, now I'm going on my date with my boyfriend, I have to act in a certain way, you know, and I have to think about like kind of strategies of how I can impress him, or I never do that. That's like such a waste of energy in a way. But and also it's just like that easiness of you just being yourself.
And it won't work to try to impress your twin flame from that point, because you won't feel good about it. So therefore, your twin flame is not gonna feel good. And it's like it's true, because if I try to do something just to make Alexandra happy, she won't be happy.
It's not gonna work. You can still feel free to like ask questions, you know. We're just
so we're giving you a moment. We're just gonna give it a little bit of a moment. If you have some questions that you want to write, and that's actually.
Everything is grounding now, I feel. Which is good. It's good to ground.
Yeah, and it's really important to be a honey badger of life.
It's important to mirror it as well.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well then, if no one has any questions or something to say, you can even say something.
I'm looking, I don't see like any more new questions.
No? Well, maybe like, yeah, saying again like where we can find the sermons. And
yeah, you can find the sermons on twinflamesuniverse.com. They are live. You can go get them and watch them. Yeah. Enjoy them. Tell us how they are. Write a post or something, you know. Thank you as well. It's really nice going live and talking with you guys as well.
Yeah, and yeah, you can get the sermons for like the Twin Flame Essential School for $3.99. $4.99. $4.99. Yes, $4.99.
Oh my God, you told me to not make the $3.99 joke, and you're doing the $3.99 joke. Come on.
Sorry, I watched too much PewDiePie.
Oh my God, it's okay. It's okay. So Twin Flame Ascension School sermons $4.99 and Life Purpose Class sermons $2.99.
Yeah.
Available now on twinflamesuniverse.com. Amazing.
Yeah, and you can have as well payment plans.
Yeah, you can have payment plans. You can go check them out.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, and yeah.
See you in the community. Let us know how you enjoy the sermons, and also if you have like any more questions or anything like that, you can just like comment here or message us. It's all good in the neighborhood. Yeah. Well, nice talking with you guys. Whoop whoop. Yeah. Spread the love. Go and spread the love. And choose love always.
We see you, Ryan. So.
Yeah, we see you, Ryan.
Well, bye.
Bye-bye.